Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about a piece of news that is making waves. Donald Trump has just signed the executive order officially establishing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. What are its characteristics? What is the goal of this measure? Let's analyze it. A few days ago, Trump announced his intention to create a strategic reserve of crypto assets. At that time, we made a video analyzing the pros and cons of a state crypto asset fund. Well, yesterday the executive order was signed, making this reserve official, but pay attention because it's not a general reserve of crypto assets. It is specifically for Bitcoin. And this is significant because Trump is clearly differentiating Bitcoin from other cryptocurrencies. As we explained in the previous video, this makes sense because Bitcoin is the only truly decentralized digital asset, while most other cryptocurrencies are centralized and could be controlled by the state if it accumulates large quantities of them. Now, what makes this reserve special? There are several key points. First, there is a commitment that the accumulated Bitcoin will not be sold in the market except in exceptional circumstances. In other words, it will not be used for trading or price manipulation. Additionally, and this is very important, the initial allocation of this reserve does not come from market purchases, but from Bitcoin that the US government already possesses, those that have been confiscated from criminals. And here is a controversial detail. A significant portion of those Bitcoins comes from Silk Road and Ross Ulbricht. Now that Ulbricht has been pardoned, it would be logical to return those funds to him, but instead the government has integrated them into its strategic reserve. In total, we are talking about approximately 200,000 Bitcoin, which at the current price is equivalent to about $20 billion, representing nearly 1% of the total Bitcoin supply. This news has disappointed many speculators who were hoping the US government would buy Bitcoin on the market, which would have driven its price up. But since the initial allocation comes from existing holdings, there has been no injection of government money into the market, and therefore, the price has not skyrocketed. From a geostrategic perspective, 200,000 Bitcoin does not represent a radical change. Their current value is only about 1.3% of the US annual budget. However, the way this reserve has been created avoids some of the problems we mentioned in the previous video, such as the risk of the government spending taxpayer money to inflate Bitcoin's price. Additionally, the executive order leaves open the possibility of increasing the reserve in the future, but with one condition: that new acquisitions do not have a budgetary impact. What does this mean? Well, there are several interpretations. What is clear is that taxpayer money will not be used to buy Bitcoin. But it could be done in other ways, such as using new Bitcoin confiscated from criminals, selling other government assets such as gold or public land, and using the proceeds to buy Bitcoin, issuing debt backed by Bitcoin, and using the funds to purchase more units. Obviously, this carries risks. If the government sells assets and Bitcoin loses value, it will have lost capital. If it issues debt backed by Bitcoin and the price drops, the strategic reserve would be depleted. But if Bitcoin rises, they could pay off the debt with the profits. In any case, for now, the allocation is relatively modest, and its impact on the US economy is low. So why was this reserve created? There are several possible explanations. One is to give credibility and institutional recognition to Bitcoin. The fact that the government of the world's leading power creates a strategic Bitcoin reserve is a public endorsement of its importance. But this is also a double-edged sword for libertarians because Bitcoin was created as a counterbalance to the state, not to be endorsed by it. Another, and perhaps more relevant explanation, is that the United States is sending a clear message. They are not going to crack down on Bitcoin. Instead, they see it as an important geostrategic asset. This could encourage Bitcoin investment within the country and strengthen its position as the most Bitcoin-friendly jurisdiction. Ultimately, while this strategic reserve may not be massive or involve major purchases, its creation is a significant move. It's a strategy to position the US as a pro-Bitcoin country and, who knows, perhaps in the future we will see more aggressive moves to increase its holdings. What do you think? Is this a positive step or do you think it has hidden motives? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated. See you in the next video.